I didn't really connect with the cards, but I was just more drawn to the spirits information that were in the pictures, and I could start to sort of develop some kind of intuitive feel for it then. But when I was about 27, I went to a spiritual party which was selling crystals and tarot cards and things like that. And I brought my mum with me, who was actually a very kind of skeptic person, not sure about the spiritual world, thought it was all kind of a bit different and unusual, but accepted that maybe this is something that I wanted to do. So I was drawn to a few packs of decks, and I picked up the Messages with Angels by Doreen Virtue. And I'm shuffling away, and then all of a sudden a card falls out, and it's the Vanessa angel. And my mum was sitting there going, wow, that's kind of uncanny, how does that happen? So anyway, and the message that was on that card said to me, to make your decision, ask yourself which brings you closer to your divine purpose or which takes you further away from it. So at that moment, it made me think about my purpose and what I wanted to do. So I choose to move forward slowly and develop my intuition day by day. So as you can probably think, my mum now was not so open to it, but now supports me every day of that because of that reason. So coincidence? I don't know, but it's helped me be more of myself and believe more in myself. Okay, so back then it was just a hobby, but it took me about 10 years to come out and commit to being a full-time reader. And basically what had happened, about 4 years ago, I got made redundant as a career advisor. And I walked into the Blue Buddha and I said to the manager there, Joe, have you got any work? And I love the job as, doing retail because I love spirituality. And she sort of spoke to me and she said, I think I've heard of you. Aren't you a reader? And I was like, yes. And kind of like, not confident enough to be professional, but was doing psychic fairs and things like that. And she said, no, I'd like to interview you and do a reading with you and see what happens. So basically, from that point, it became my full-time job. I've had a few bumps in the road and, had part-time employment alongside of it, but now I've decided that that's, what I want to do. And I guess it's what pushes us to make that decision to trust in ourselves and step into an unknown zone and out of that comfort zone and really, really make a decision to try what you feel in your heart you're passionate about. So I've also done psychic parties where I go and I do readings one-on-one for groups of people. I do online readings face-to-face in Busselton and Bunbury, and also from home and online. And I also started teaching this in workshops as well. Okay, so anyone here had an angel experience? No one? I guess think that something has happened to them in their life that makes it, is that real? How did that happen? Maybe I somehow missed that car on my way to work. I don't know, but that to me is an uncanny experience, but possibly an angel. Has anyone experienced anything like that? Anyone want to share a story?
I wouldn't have anything specific, but lots of little things, just lots of little things that I thought, hang on, there's something greater at work here.
Did that just happen, or, was that meant to be for me? And I've had people say that they witness, people being beside them in hospital, not knowing who they are, but there to support them, and then all of a sudden they're better and thinking, who was that person, and never seen them again. That to possibly have been an angel experience. So anything that's happened? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's right.
I've got one that was pretty. I was living on a million-acre station outside of Leonora, and there's a lot of wildlife out there. And I was driving into town to go for my weekly shopping. My son was only 7 months old, so he's in the car seat in the back of the car. And I stopped driving, and this wedge-tailed eagle swooped the car and just touched the roof and kept going. And I had to stop. If I had been driving, it would have come through the windscreen, ended up in the back of the car, and my son wouldn't be here.
Someone was supporting you and looking after you that day.
lots of guides.
That's an angel. I believe that would be an angel experience. You know, I know people that have had buzzing in the ear when they're driving and all of a sudden have somehow made them stop and think about what they were doing and have witnessed an accident in front of them. So to me, that's possibly an experience that, you know, has been touched to you personally.
High-pitched tones are quite, for me, I get a lot of those.
You do what?
I get a lot of the high-pitched tones in my ears.
And that's part of possibly spirit and the angels trying to communicate with you. A lot of people experience that.
I'm actually just at the point where I'm like, please let me know what you want. You know, I don't understand.
You've got to ask.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so touch on this briefly. I pray to my angels and the universe. Okay, my personal preference to me is just simply working with angels. Religion to me doesn't come into it. I know there's a God of sorts, but I genuinely believe religion can be a separate thing. Okay, due to anyone's personal beliefs, I just believe it's the new age spirituality. Okay. All right. So, does anyone know what an angel is? No, do we?
It's a higher vibration, I believe.
Yeah.
Like a much, much higher vibration.
Spirit guides.
You look like you were going to say
Oh, they
something.
just said it, it's right.
Pardon?
This lady just said it, spirit guide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so the word angel comes from the Greek word messenger, but we all know that they are much more than simply messengers for God or the universe. They were created to carry out wills of source through acts of love. Angels are not human. They are spiritual beings that exist on a higher plane, often assisted to specific tasks to help here on earth, so higher vibration. They are 100% pure light and unconditional love, whose purpose is to keep you safe, raise your consciousness, and help you experience the unconditional love of spirit, so you follow in the footsteps to helping elevate the vibration of the whole planet. Okay, they are the beings that you can trust. They're here to keep you safe and want to help you in every area of your life with unconditional love. They aren't judgmental and they focus on potential, so you are never alone. Their support is free, so all you need to do is ask. And when I say all you need to do is ask, angels think that you're okay. They think that you're just on your journey and you're happy and you don't need help. But unless you ask for it, they're not going to intervene. Okay. So, people perceive angels in many different ways. The most profound encounters are physical manifestations, which take the form of winged beings. Angels are genderless beings, a vibration of pure spirit. Their masculine and feminine qualities and are perfect and complete, so they are androgynous. Okay, so angels are here to support and protect our belongings, keep us safe and encourage us and give us confidence and assist us with healing. Angels don't have free will as we do to make choices. They respond to the call of God, the universe, or the Creator. Angels are not normally visible to our eyes. They can choose to reveal themselves in a way that we know familiar to us, or when God allows them to come through. Angels do their guiding and protecting with making themselves visible through, as humans. Although their pure form is energy, they appear to humans as often take a form that is familiar to us. So many cultures have portrayed angels as glowing beings and with wings and halos. So that's how we have seen them. We expect angels to appear with winged glowing. They also appear as floating orbs and also pulses or waves of colour, even flames as they appeared to Moses in the Bible. So basically, angels have pure spirit and therefore no physical form. Okay, so I guess we always think they've got wings. What is that about? And that's how we familiarise themselves. But when you think about it, all the light, and you see an aura, it's made up of layers. So coming from the spine, it looks like we have different layers of feathers. So that's how they become that winged creatures, I guess we could call them. Okay, so there's also many types of angels. There is a hierarchy, but today I just want to familiarise you with archangels and how they have helped me on my journey. Okay, so who are archangels? Does anybody know who archangels are?
and our future.
Let's try it like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not their names.
Sorry?
Their names.
Yeah, or who are they? Do you know what they are? No? Well, that's good. Okay. Alright, they are extraordinary beings, extensions of God Himself, persifying His grace, majesty, and power. All archangels are healers. They come as master surgeons to repair our bodies, even to mend the garments of our souls. There is no field or study in which they do not excel, but they are the experts. Okay, they are God's creations and belong to God. The archangels work with people of all different beliefs and paths and work with anyone who asks. We don't worship them. We work with the archangels because it's simply God's gift to us all and part of the divine plan for peace. Archangels are responsible for ministering to humans, considered somewhat like the manager angels. They oversee the responsibilities of guardian angels and celestial light beings that act as our guardians and guides. They look past mistakes and see the inner goodness within us all. Their duty is to bring peace to earth and in all its human mankind. The key is that they will never violate your free will and won't intervene without your permission. The more you work with them, ask for help, and the more you trust them, then to feel more peaceful, and you'll be safe and protected in all situations. So who are the archangels? What are their names? We have Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Ariel, Azrael, Shamuel, Haniel, Gemariel, Jophiel, Metatron, Raguel, Raziel, Sandalphon, Uriel, and Sadiel. Okay? The ones that I want to work with, obviously I'm just going to touch on those briefly because as you know there is quite a lot. But I work with Michael, Raphael, Haniel, and Gabriel. And Uriel as well. So Michael is the warrior. He is the archangel of courage and protection, the life coach and the angel who clears away your negative energy to remove your fears and help create positive outcomes. Michael is an excellent career coach to work with. Okay, he helps cut cords. Does anyone know what cutting cords are? No? Okay, basically when we connect with objects or people, we connect with energy. So basically some of that can lead fear or just draining. People come into our lives or we want to remove them from our lives for whatever reason, we can ask Michael to use his sword to cut that energy between us. Then he also can remove any fear, any negativity to help you feel more confident with your life.
That's really good, the cutting cords.
Pardon?
Cutting cords is really
Oh, it helps with a lot of
Yeah.
situations.
Yeah, I can do that now.
I guess too, people,
Seriously.
yeah, people can have breakdowns in relationships and they're trying to move on with their life and they feel quite stuck. This is where I feel Michael can intervene and cut those cords of energy between those people because people can grieve, you know, the loss of their relationship and they can't seem to move forward, whereas Michael can come through and help you support that. So does anyone feel that that would be useful to them? I'm sure I would. Okay, so then we have Raphael. He is your healing angel. He can assist with health and healing, cleansing, safe flights, addictions and cravings. To gain a healthy life and perspective and provide you and give you healing for yourself, others and animals. If you're needing help with any healing in that perspective, he's the archangel to help you. Anyone, obviously like yourself, you work with healing, you as well, Steve. So he'd be great for those that do Reiki, kinesiology, fear healing, all of that, and working with your oils. He helps those people with that. He generates a green emerald light. So if you're wanting to send that vibration to somebody or to yourself, all you just need to do is ask that and what the purpose is. Okay. Then we have Haniel. She is linked to the moon. She is the archangel that can help you develop your intuition and clairvoyance, okay, and all aspects of sacred feminine energy and assist with women's issues and health. So she can assist you if you're needing to develop your psychic intuition, your intuition, cleansing your psychic tools, and work with any health issues that you may be having at this current moment. Gabrielle. Okay, it's closely aligned with the divine feminine situations as change, communication, pregnancy, fertility, conceptions, adoptions, births, and raising of children. Find her really helpful, obviously, too, with raising my daughter. She's been really good with communicating and getting support with that. Because Gabrielle's gift to us, she is deeply concerned about the welfare of children. She wants to be called upon for her help and support with any aspects of children. So if you work in childcare, you're a teacher, any of that, Gabrielle is great to work with that as well. Okay, then we have Uriel. So basically he can help with any situation, such as business meetings, writing, studying, and also taking a test. So great with students, okay? If you hear things that might be coming through your mind or whispering in your ear, basically giving you words or thoughts, suddenly that can be downloaded in your mind. Here's the archangel that is trying to help you with your answers. Say if you've got a massive exam and all of a sudden you're hearing this information, that is Uriel giving you that guidance. Okay, so I believe that working with archangels, you will learn to develop your intuition further. But in any situation, like I say, you need to ask for their help. So is any of those archangels that anybody can relate to in their life? Yeah. Anyone want to share? Michael? Yeah.
All four.
All four. Well, I just find that I connected to those, so I thought I'll share those, and obviously you can feel that vibration as well. I just find that, especially with Michael, without him I wouldn't be able to focus on what I do. So, you know, it's great.
He's really great when I'm personally using a bit when I feel a bit sort of skewy, and I just come in and give me some blue light.
Yes, radiate his blue
Yeah,
light.
shower me in your blue light.
He is blue, royal blue, violet and gold. So, you know, obviously you would have seen him as the warrior angel. He obviously fought against Satan to bring him back down and send him to the depths of hell. So the story is about that. But he is the strength. He is the one that guides the military services due to his work that he has done for God. So he's very courageous. Okay, so the other thing is, okay, so I have to find my spot where I was up to. Okay, so if you are developing your intuition, working with the angels, I think can really help you because they teach you how to trust yourself and trust the information you're getting, okay? But also they want you to know what your intention is. Does anyone know what intention is when you're working with intuition? Anyone think about that side of it?
Setting your intention, what you want to, I guess, you know, would be things like, I'm going to have a beautiful day, everything is going to be, I'm going to have a great day.
Yeah.
The people I meet, it's going to be a happy day, that sort of thing.
You're going with that pure intention of that feeling and that emotion and knowing that that's what you're doing for the right reasons. Okay, so when you are working with intuition and trusting it, you've got to remember things like boundaries, protection and cleansing. Okay, so knowing how to do these things when working with spirit is really important. Has anyone got cleansing tools or all of that for protection?
Crystals.
Crystals? Anything else that anyone uses?
I've got an interesting, actually a Mestron. It's a Mestron protection tool.
Oh, you carry around everywhere.
I
anyway.
do, well, except at work. But it's quite cool. And I like it very much. But this is my boyfriend's little. So he's away.
Oh, the Mercury cube, is it?
Yeah.
Beautiful. And so you obviously use that protection, take it everywhere you go.
Pretty much, and I meditate with it, and yeah.
Good. Okay, has anyone else use any other sort of protection? Things like white sage, incense, white light.
Oils.
Oil sage.
Yeah, yeah, all sorts.
Crystals.
Yeah, and yeah, definitely your oils.
Mix it up a bit.
A bit of everything.
So removing energy when it comes to people, objects, things around you can be negative. So it's important to protect yourself. And obviously Archangel Michael can do this for you as well. So ask him to remove anything that is uneasy or negative that may be connected to you, and also ask him to cut the cords. So he can actually put a boundary around you, around your home, around your workplace, around your car, all that kind of stuff is just protection. And I guess the thing is too, when you are delivering readings as a medium and you are communicating on that different level, I always say make sure you protect yourself and you constantly cleanse, because people attach energy to you. Sometimes they just don't know that they're doing it. And it's really important that you dissolve that connection, because it can drain you and it can actually make you quite sick, believe it or not. And I've had to find out the hard way. So now I work with Michael all the time, and I get Haniel to come through and cleanse my psychic tools as well. Okay. So basically, to do what I do, you need to trust yourself, especially when you don't get anything. And that is when you're delivering a reading or you're communicating with spirit, nothing comes through. But I always say intention, don't make it up. Okay? Because I know people are trying to make money in it, and it's not about that. Okay? But I always say, doing a reading, do it for the right reason. Or if a person doesn't feel right and their energy isn't grounding with you and they're blocked, you can just say no. That is what the angels are guiding you to say, is protect yourself, say no. And also remember that people want to take advantage of that as well. And if your friends are constantly saying, oh, I need a reading, I need a direction, if that doesn't feel right, trust yourself and be assertive with that, because your intention is to deliver a message from spirit to help that person, put them on the right track, not to deliver something that isn't true. So basically you're doing it for the greater good to help all mankind. So you need to entrust that direction. Okay, so basically there is 3 things that are stopping us from believing ourselves. And has anyone heard of the 3 spiritual terms that I use? Logic, fear, and ego. Yeah, you would have heard about this one? Basically, does anyone know what logic is? Anyone want to tell me?
Common
Everyone
sense.
seems nervous, more nervous than me.
Common sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, it's the logic of the brain, the logic or the reality of the situation, your common sense. Okay? Then you have fear. Anyone know what fear is?
Brings on anxiety attacks.
Yeah.
Juniper berry oil.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So fear is the side of ourselves that wants to keep us safe and thinks wants to keep you in your comfort zone and your safety blanket. Okay? Fear stops you from taking that leap of faith. So on a spiritual term, if you start listening to your logic and you fear, what's going to happen? You develop ego. Does anyone know what ego is? It's not about that person is, oh, that person's so high and mighty and they're, think they're amazing and they're walking with that attitude. Does anyone know what ego in a spiritual term is? Sean, you know. Switching off. No?
It's our mind, not our soul.
Pardon?
Our mind, not our soul.
Yeah. Basically, ego is the hardest one to break. Ego is our selfish thoughts. The one that reminds us that A, we're not good enough, or people will judge you. So why would you want to do this in the first place? So basically, it talks us out of making our life and our life purpose. It talks us out of being happy. So it doesn't allow you to follow your heart. So I guess the thing is, on a spiritual level, if you can wipe those things out in your life, you will live on a different perspective and you'll start to trust yourself more. So how do you remove these things? Okay, so once you start recognizing that it's happening, even if you like something, you don't like something, usually you put your finger in your ears and you say, la 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 la, I'm not listening. Well, it's doing those sorts of things to shut it out, okay? So basically, you can stop anything negative affecting you on a daily basis. Change your perception, create positive affirmations, or simply start your day with gratitude. These are the things that you are grateful for. Does anyone use gratitude? Yeah. Remember the law of attraction. What you put out there, you get back. So just starting these simple steps will put you on the right track. And yes, you're going to have bad days, okay, but you can always start again tomorrow. Not giving up is the most important step to manifesting a more positive life. But listen and trust and also have faith. But what you find that developing your spiritual intuition is a process, okay, and your spiritual awareness is a process. But once you allow and believe Spirit, you will start assisting and changing people's lives for the greater good. So don't give up. The universe tests us every day to see what it takes to continue, what we've got to make, what it takes to continue on our path. I know that by just having the answers to deliver to somebody is helping me with my life purpose and what I'm meant to do. So I start to trust that because that's what I'm meant to do as my journey. Alright, so I just want to touch, is there anyone that's got some stuff in their life that's happening at the moment and there's archangels they feel they would, what archangels they feel that they could work with to help them on their life purpose or anything that they may feel they need in their life to change?
I always use urinal references.
Yeah, with your healing tools. Is there anyone that's got any personal stuff in general that's going on with them, and I'd like to sort of ask them to work with an archangel that might help them develop that relationship? Anyone that's got stuff going on or life purpose?
Separation from a relationship.
Sorry?
Separation from a relationship.
Separation from a relationship. Well, that could also be too. You could have Archangel Michael to help you cut the cords and also give you confidence to be strong enough to move out of that relationship. And I also believe there is, I'm just trying to find the name of him. So there is Raziel, okay, he has rainbow colours, so you can connect with him, alright, and ask him to bring that light in for you, but he is the wisdom wizard. He will help you see things for the way they really are, I believe. And he can actually help you, obviously, letting go of things that no longer serve you, but also help you with your life purpose. So take you out of that relationship and help you move forward. So do some research on him. Raziel is a great angel to work with. Anyone else got stuff happening?
Yeah. Too much to do.
Too much? Have you got a life purpose that you're working on at the moment?
Fine with.
What do you do?
I just admin.
Your admin?
Yeah. I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that. So you're at a crossroad to figuring out what your life purpose is. Michael is your career coach, and there is one that can help you with your. Sorry?
I feel like I'm leaving my run a bit late.
No, you never
You don't know
are.
what I want to do when I grow up.
You never are, and that's the. Sorry, I've got so many archangels in my mind, and remembering all of them and what they can help assist in your life. So Shamiel, ask to work with him. He is pale green. Okay, he can help you find your life purpose. He helps you find a better job, better security in your life. So he doesn't want you to stress. So he's there to work with you and help you find what it is that you need to, move forward. Yeah, so do some research on Shamiel. Anyone else?
I was thinking Haniel.
Haniel?
Yeah.
You want to know a bit about Haniel?
Yeah.
Well, she's got pale blue light. She's moonlight, okay? She generates her energy from the moon. She can help you develop your intuition and your clairvoyance, but also any area of sacred female energy, so healing and issues within you, okay? She can help you cleanse your tools and work on a more feminine perspective in your life. So she can actually help you with emotional, physical health. So if you're needing more, support with anything that's going on with you emotionally as a woman, she can help you with that. And I guess the thing is too, being intuitive, they look at it on a more feminine level. Many men feel that to be intuitive, they need to get in touch with that feminine side. So for men particularly, if you're wanting to develop that clairvoyance or anything, Haniel can help you with that level as well. Alright, so anyone else? No? Okay, that's me then.